Welcome to the show. My name is Adon, and in today's episode, I would like to talk to you guys about changes. For a lot of people, it's a little bit difficult to understand and to submit themselves to the changes that life had or the changes that comes with life. Life is all about change, and this is one of the things that most people, it doesn't matter how smart they are, how intelligent, how much money they have, how well are they known, how good is their position, how good is their title, they are afraid of changes. And change is part of the life. Sometimes we tend to be afraid of things that might be or things that gonna be different than the normal thing that we are used to do. For instance, when you have a title, let's say in the law enforcement field, in medical field, or business field, any type of title that you have or position, when it comes to an end, when it comes to the finish line, when you no longer is gonna be performing or doing that title, or no longer gonna be in charge of, and the change, of course, comes to you. For a lot of people, it's difficult. It's difficult because they don't wanna accept that life in see or life in reality is a group of change. It's a group of changes in every aspect of life. I could say that, for example, when you were born, we were born little babies, and we were growing up little by little, step by step, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, or year after year. And there is a point in life when you realize that everything in general has changed. And I want to talk about specifically mentally, the way you think, the way you act, the way you react to certain situation, the way you proceed, the way you talk, the way you answer question, etc. And it's kind of hard to explain when people really have to change from one point to another. Same thing when you move. If you used to live in a place, quiet, in a place that we could say peaceful, and then you go to those big city, to those big area where a lot of commotions are going on, traffic, transit, people walking around, people selling stuff, people shouting, people screaming. It's really hard, and there's nothing wrong with being afraid. There's nothing wrong with um being, I would say, kind of skeptical when it comes to the changes that life had come the changes that life present to us. um there are many type of change. There are many type of change in life. There are changes that are good, there are changes that are bad, there are changes that they're not really good, but also they're not really bad. And normally we are scared. Normally we are afraid. Normally we show some sort of disagreement with whatever the situation might be. Sometimes we just act in a way that, instead of make the change applicable to our life, we just kind of refuse. We just kind of reject it. And that's the things that makes it hard when it comes to any type of situation or any type of change in your life. whether it's a change of position, whether it's change of title, whether it's change of places, relocation, change of health, financial, change in we could even say in our romantic life, in our love life, etc. But one of the things that I could tell you is that it doesn't matter what type of change are you um witnesses in your life, witnessing in your life. It doesn't matter what type of changes are going on in your life. The only key point in every aspect, in every change in your life is to face them. Once you face them, once you realize that whatever the situation might be got to the end, whatever the situation might be got to the point that you're supposed to accept that it's gonna be different, or it have to be different, then things gonna go down smooth. And everybody's afraid of change, including myself. Sometimes you create some sort of perspective in in your mind, in your head about certain things, about life, about position, about a job, about a family relationship, about any type of relationship, or whatever the situation might be, and it's not exactly what you expect. It could be in a bad way, it could be in a good way, but since we already made up our mind, since we already thought that things was gonna go the way we're supposed to, the way that we supposed, the way that we plan it to be, and it doesn't happen that way, then that create that create that scare, that sense of scary, afraid, that sense of I don't know, probably that sense of humiliation, if we could say that way. And I could say that changes are good in life. It all depends how you take it, how you accept it, how you react to it. Um, and it all depends also how comfortable are you with whatever the position or situation in the past might be. So changes are good. Don't be afraid of changes. Don't be afraid of things that might be going on in your life, whether are good or bad. Just face them. Face them the way they are, the way they come. Face them the way they're supposed to be. And don't overreact to it. Just go with the flow and always have the space in your mind to think about it, to think what could be best, to think about what could you do, to think about how to go to how to go away, how to go around it, and things like that. Because it's part of life, you know. Everything gonna come to an end. Everything is temporary. Everything is momentaneous. Everything is just there, and you just gotta enjoy while you have it. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, the same thing with changes. Changes are good, changes are bad, but it doesn't it doesn't mean it don't it that doesn't mean that it's gonna stay the way it is. You know, at some point, it's gonna have to change, whether for the best or the bad, but it's gonna have to change. And I'm saying this because a lot of us go through different stages in our life that some of them we do understand, some of them we don't understand, some of them we just pass by it, some of them we just overpass, and some of them are really dangerous because we don't have the ability, the willingness, and the understanding to submit to it and just go with the flow or do whatever we're supposed to do at that time or the moment. So whatever changes are going on in your life, um, it doesn't matter how scary they look, just go with it. Do what you're supposed to. Make the space in your mind so you could think, recalculate, keep going, and do it the way you're supposed to do it. Because in reality, it always gonna happen. Change is always gonna come. That's why, for instance, in politics, people always talking about this government, that government, their government, his government, etc. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, all government, whether they're bad or good, gonna come to an end and it's gonna have to change. Now, those changes, are they gonna be for best, for good, or bad? And that's how we have to react to any change in our life. Don't be afraid of change. Changes are good for the most part. It all depends how you react to it, how you take it, how you wanna proceed, how you wanna go about it, etc. So just face them. Be that person, be that man, be that woman, be that professional, be that enthusiasm, be that particular person that you're supposed to be at that particular moment, whatever the moment or the situation might be. Just be you and face them. Because, like I said, sometimes we think in our head, we put stuff that we wanted to go some way, and for whatever reason, they never go the way that we want it to be or the way that we want it to go. But it's always good to be open to changes. It's always good to be open to change. Position, title, rank, place, location, situation, etc. Today you could be poor, tomorrow you could be rich. Today you're low, tomorrow you could be high. Today